consumers have no time to think. They want to know exactly with 1 second, whatever they read, they want to pick up and consume. Imagine what we were eating back in the days. Pop-Tarts, my God, Kool-Aid that were people consuming at a young age. I mean, now you see why people are struggling with health, let alone obesity and diabetes.
A lot of companies, they take advantage of consumers' lack of knowledge and they do an amazing job with marketing and people fall for it.
Fortunately for us, that people are getting more educated. People want to know what they are consuming. People want to consume better quality products. They want to do better for themselves. In the beginning, it started off as a small business between my business partner and I versus where we are today, where we are a wellness brand. It's been an interesting ride. The UAE is growing at an incredible pace. Things do get more expensive. So at certain points of the timeline of the business, you may need to make a decision. Do we continue the way we are? Are we going to expand? Do we say goodbye?
So would you say that you saw the opportunity and you were like, okay, I'm going to go all in?
We saw the bigger potential of the business, and that's when we said, yes, let's go all in. It just sort of happened. It all came together at once, and yeah, we're lucky.
Your juices now are even on Emirates.
Last month, we started supplying Emirates on board first class. So far, the feedback's been fantastic. You always get people that say, oh, it's not sweet enough. The problem with sweet enough is that people are so used to drinking a sweet-ish juice that when you're giving them a high-quality juice, they're like, oh, what is this?
I want to try them real time because I want to take the listener, put them here in the room, and just try each one of these juices. Raja, welcome. How are you?
Very well. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. So I'm wondering, why a juice company? I mean, from all of the things you could have done, and when I think about it, essentially it's now a brand that has made its way to Emirates Airlines, is a brand that is now very well recognized in the wellness space. From all of the different things you could have done, why a juice company?
Wow. I guess we're getting right into it straight away. Look, in the beginning, it started off as a small business between my business partner and I. We just wanted to do what we saw was what was coming out of the United States and Australia were juice bars that popped up everywhere. So in the beginning, it was more of a business idea versus where we are today, where we are a wellness brand. We quickly changed our position and we started digging deep into how do we get a better quality beverage into every human that we can. From better quality fruit and vegetable that we were able to source, from new NPD or new innovations, for example, as you see shortly with the collagen range, a short range that would add aloe vera. We are moving into the protein space as well. So high quality protein drinks are coming online very soon. We're moving into the food space also. So what started off as just a beverage business turned into a wellness company. And we're very happy that we got to this position now.
Interesting. But when you look back before starting, essentially, were you already running businesses, or was essentially the first exposure to entrepreneurship?
No, this was probably my second or third exposure to entrepreneurship. I had a few businesses before when I was much younger. But we both of us never really knew much about the retail game or the beverage game, or how do we even get started with this. And as we grew, we learned, and we were able to sort of, I can't even say we mastered it because we're nowhere near mastering it, but at least now we understand the potential this business has. And fortunately for us, that people are getting more educated. People want to know what they are consuming. People want to consume better quality products. People are understanding. They're learning more. They want to do better for themselves. And because of that, we were just able to scale this business, to where it is today.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that I hear all the time is that a lot of people, they hear from their family, from friends, this is a great idea that you have.
Mm-hmm.
This is an amazing idea. You should quit your job and you should start a business. But the thing is that we both know that a great idea does not translate into demand.
Correct.
So I'm just curious, were you very specific and were you very diligent about making sure there was a gap in the market
Correct.
for this company? Or was it just by chance? You were like, you know what? I'm curious. I'm just going to start this on the side and let's see where it goes. And you just got lucky.
Correct. So Cold essentially was the first cold pressed juice brand that opened in the UAE, that started in the UAE. Since then, there's been quite a few brands that have popped up, but essentially maintained is let's call it I don't want to say number one position but at least let's call it the biggest cold pressed juice company in the UAE. it's been an interesting ride. At some points you need to make a decision as, where's this business going? The UAE is growing at a, incredible pace. Things do get more expensive. The cost of living here is gone up drastically. So at certain points of the timeline of the business, you may need to make a decision. Do we continue the way we are? Are we going to expand? Do we say goodbye? How do we go forward? Some tough decisions that we've made. Some employees we had to let go at some times back in the day. Some employees we rehired. It's a decision. But then at one point when we saw that this business was going somewhere, we decided that we were going to take the next step, and we really dug deep and went through and look where we are today.
So would you say that you saw the opportunity and you were like, okay, I'm going to go all in?
Correct. After many years, we saw the bigger potential of the business, and that's when we said, yes, let's go all in.
Was there a particular time in the business when you look back, something that happened, perhaps a contract that was signed or a deal that was closed, where you were like, when you realized, oh my God, this is bigger than what I thought it was going to become?
Correct. Yes. COVID actually was when we said, wow, this actually has real potential, because when we thought we were going to close shop, everything shut down, the whole world shut down. We were one of the few companies that was allowed to actually work, as we were providing a vital, call it vitamins, exactly, or for lack of words, for the general public. So as we thought that our sales were going to go down, all of a sudden we saw online sales shooting through the roof, because everybody wanted a vitality drink, everybody wanted immune booster shots, everybody wanted to drink high quality beverages, because everybody wanted to save themselves. And then we saw, okay, finally now people are understanding what our product's all about, all this hard work that we've done to build a quality beverage. And people don't understand what a quality beverage is versus a non-quality beverage. And I'm talking the juice space, of course. And from there, the popularity just shot up, and we were able to scale from COVID, from thinking, okay, we're going to close the doors, to here we are.
It's so interesting, because when we think of COVID, so many companies, they just went down the drain, but it was an opportunity for other companies as well. Like when I look back, for me, when I started Synergized, I got lucky because of COVID as well.
There you go.
And when people ask me, I didn't have a business plan to start Synergized. My plan was to become a corporate lawyer. My background is, I did my law degree, and it was just by chance, the final year of my law degree, I got very sick. And I had skin rashes all over my body, and I was allergic to every single food that you can think of. I couldn't eat out in restaurants. I was chronically fatigued all day. And I went to the best doctors in London. I'm telling you, like Harley Street. And nobody could figure it out. I was doing my blood test. My blood work was coming normal. And I was just so desperate, because as a young woman, I felt so self-conscious of my skin. And so it was just by chance one day I was listening to a podcast, and I started learning about the gut microbiome and inflammation and nutrition. And when I started to look into all of those different areas of the body and going deep inside and getting to the root cause of the problem,
yes.
My body started to heal. So I just fell in love with it. So I started studying functional medicine, and I became a certified nutritionist. And then I studied integrative medicine. And then I started working with patients. And then I started the podcast, and then I launched the supplement line. Everything was just organic. It just happened. So I wasn't sitting there with a business plan of like, I'm going to start a business. So that's why I wanted to know, like, if we share a similar story, if for you it was also an organic process.
Yeah, it just sort of spiraled into where we are today. It just sort of happened. It all came together at once, and yeah, we're lucky. It just worked, because I think humans now, they want to read labels. They want to make sure that what they're consuming is of high quality. They want to know that, I hate the word sugar. I hate the word healthy. I hate the word organic. And people just slap the word healthy on items, and just people read it and just quickly consume it, because they just read, it says it's healthy or organic and sugar-free. That's just another terrible word.
Yeah, sugar-free, but loaded with artificial sweeteners and chemicals and thickeners.
But now what we're noticing is that consumers have no time to think. They want to know exactly, with 1 second, whatever they read, they want to pick up and consume. They want to know that this is a ginger shot. They don't care that it's called Happy Ginger. No, they want to know this is ginger. This is a turmeric shot. This is a beetroot shot. They want to know exactly. They don't know time. They want to glance, pick it up, and go.
Yes.
So people's cuts have changed, but at least they know that with many products, with our product, at least they know that it's a clean labeled product. What you see on the label is what you get inside the juice. No additives,
Absolutely.
no preservatives, no sugar whatsoever. This is what we
Yeah.
stand by.
And that's amazing because a lot of companies they take advantage of consumers' lack of knowledge and they do an amazing job with marketing and people fall for it. And it's so unfortunate because you are trying your best to be healthier, to lose the weight, to clear your skin, to sleep better, and you're generally trying your best.
Yes.
And you think that you are consuming amazing products, healthy products, but actually you're not. And
Yes.
it's really so sad that this is the world that we live in today.
I mean, I'm a little bit older than you, but imagine what we're eating back in the days. I mean, people must remember Pop-Tarts. I mean, my God, Kool-Aid. These things were just, well, people would get handing these out for breakfast as we grew up. Like, I mean, luckily my mother didn't allow Pop-Tarts. I mean, we had to sneak to our friend's house to have a Pop-Tart. But I mean, these things like this that were people consuming at a young age. I mean, now you see why people are struggling with health, let alone obesity and diabetes. That I know several of my friends are my age, and I'm 44 years old, that are just, you look at them and I'm like, man, you got to take care of yourself. You got to do something. You got to change.
Mm.
But it's all because of the history of what they've consumed as they're growing up. Just lack of education, I guess.
Yeah. Things that I hear a lot as well from people that are trying to start a business is that they say business is business regardless of what the product is, so it doesn't matter. Do you agree with the notion that there are certain common denominators, certain threads that enable a business to be successful, or do you feel like each industry requires a very unique individual approach? I'm asking this because I know that you have previous experience running other
Yes.
companies. So,
Yes, I definitely agree that it should be a unique approach. Now, we as essentially pride ourselves and position ourselves as a premium beverage. We only use A grade quality that goes into our juices, right? I don't know what other companies do use. I don't know what I'm sure they're all doing a fantastic job, but I could easily shave my margins on my juice. And now it's the business side of me coming out. If I was to buy a lower grade apple or a lower grade orange or source frozen or source, but we do not do this and this is part of our USP, and this is where we stand out as a premium company. And I'm happy that we're slightly more expensive than the other competitors, the other brands out there, but it is what it is. And I'm happy that we are positioned where we are. It's fantastic. It's fine.
so you feel like not giving into that, into the large profit margins and being very specific and being very true to your purpose and to your core values as a company. Do you see that as a very unique approach because that is how you guys are positioned? That is how
Correct.
essentially
Yes,
is seen in the
I
market.
said shade, or I mean, I could increase my margins easily by switching products, but no, that's part of our USP, and we maintain this. And it's up to me. At the end of the day, it's a decision down to me of how we want to be, and we do not cut corners. We refuse to cut corners. And several companies come at us. Do you want to use a concentrate? Do you want to use this? Absolutely not. Please get out of the office.
Mm.
And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe perhaps I'm wrong. I mean, I have to look at it as a business at the end of the day. Maybe I could be, shaving my costs, increasing my margins by doing one or two tweaks, but it's not part of us.
It's a tricky situation because
Correct.
obviously you have overheads to pay for, and it's so tricky because obviously it's easier to take the other road of like, oh, whatever, I'm just gonna source cheap ingredients. People will not know anyways. You can just do a great job with marketing. But I feel like at the end of the day, when you build a company with such strong values and you stay true to that mission, it takes a little bit longer, but eventually people really appreciate. And when you talk about it and people understand it and they know why they're drinking your products,
Yes.
then it becomes a whole different thing, a whole different game.
So many people do appreciate what we do. That doesn't, turn into more people drinking the juices. People are still very price conscious, right? So if they see my juice sitting on the shelf for 16 dirhams and they see another juice for 15 dirhams, by default, they will always, not always, many times they will choose a lesser costing juice, say the cheaper juice, regardless of what ingredients are and what. But again, it's all education. Right? I can't, people like Pepsi, people like Coca-Cola. Everybody likes whatever they like. So some people want to take the extra mile and commit to what we're doing, to our, I don't want to say cause, but our values. And some people don't really care. It's just the way people are now.
It's the way that it is. And for us, it's a similar situation. Listen, our products, they are very high quality nutritional supplements. And it's expensive to create that. It's so expensive. And so our profit margins are also so narrow.
No.
And people, they complain, why are your products so expensive? And if they knew our
Well,
profit
exactly.
margins, I'm like, guys, you don't understand what it takes to create a product like this.
You understand me. Thank you very much. We could talk all day about this.
Exactly. And so we have to invest a lot in education. This is why I
Correct.
do the podcast. This is why we do so many blogs. We have the newsletter. We do so much content on Instagram. So I'm curious, how do you guys market this
You are
USP?
right.
Because it's so tricky.
You are right. What you're saying. I think we definitely, as a brand, as a company, we need to do some more what you're doing. I need to be talking a lot more about this, and so we have a few nutritionists that are on board. They're quite good. So if you follow our Instagram page or Facebook page, there's always a post on something that we're doing, and there'll always be a story about what is in this juice, what we're doing this for, how does this, how do you benefit from this, etc., etc. But yes, I think we need to be doing a lot more of what you do.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, listen, if they know why they're drinking something or they're eating something or taking something, then they will go for it, right? Like it's just different. Like for example, for us, if we log in into our Shopify store right now,
Mm-hmm.
80% of the products that we sell are from repeat purchases.
Correct. Yeah.
For someone to purchase a product from us for the first time, it's difficult because it's an expensive product. And why would they purchase a greens powder that is 5 times more expensive than our competitor, right? So they're going to go and buy the greens powder from our competitor.
Correct.
But once they know why they are buying our greens powder, then
Sold. That's it. You've got a
that's it.
customer for life.
And then they keep coming back and
Yeah, of
keep
course.
coming back because they start to see the results,
Correct. Correct.
you know? And one thing that I believe is that most entrepreneurs, they tend to carry scars from previous ventures.
Yes.
You know, lessons that you can only learn the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious, when you look back to your previous ventures, is there any particular lesson that you feel like you have carried with you into essentially, and it has been a lesson that has been very, very valuable for building this business?
Yes. And I say this to a few people, and it didn't happen to us really, but it happened to the original founders of essentially. Never fall in love with your business. And we've seen many. I mean, we deal with people in a similar as you do in a similar space than we are. We see a lot of founders that are too in love with their business, and business owners that are they've completely lost sight of the direction. Again, you're in a business. Business needs to scale. You want to make money from your business, right? You have employees, you have rent, you've got to make things work. But people fall in love with their business and they don't see clearly. And I've seen that happen a few times. And again, don't fall in love with your business. Treat it as a business. Have focus on that and just see your goals. I mean, many times I walk away from situation. I say, okay, I can't look at this now. I need a week. I need a few days. I need to go for a walk, regroup. Say, I think you're getting too emotionally attached to this. You might just have to let it go. You don't go after this one project. Don't have to go after this one client. They don't understand. They don't want a quality juice. They're happy to pay a bit lower. Why am I wasting my time on chasing a dream of going to speak to, begging for this contract? Hotels, for example, it's very difficult because hotels are always looking as much profit as they do make. They're looking for I don't want to say low quality, I shouldn't say that, but they're looking for low price juices versus a more expensive juice or a better quality juice that we produce. So fighting that uphill battle, I'm never going to win. I'm never ever going to win that. So I had to step away from and say, okay, all right, put that aside, put that project aside, because people don't understand. Again, they're in business. I'm in business. It's just not going to work. Step aside from that. Go after. You know what we should do? Let's create some new products. Let's expand our range. Let's move into the food business. Let's move into vitality drinks. Let's move into better wellness products. And you gotta fight the fight at a different.
You have to
angle.
pivot, right? You have
That's the
to
word I was
try
looking for.
different things. You have to see what works, what doesn't work, and you have to pivot when you need to pivot.
Correct.
And that is what. And I honestly, that is what makes a good CEO.
Yes,
Not
a
everyone.
very tired one, but yes, of course.
Yes, but that's how the business world
Correct.
works at the end of the day.
You got to treat it as a business. It's just don't fall in love with it. Treat it as a business and think clearly. No emotions attached. You have to let somebody go. You have to take on another cost.
Do you tend to make decisions by yourself, or do you find a lot of whenever you have to, let's say you're struggling with something and you just don't know what path to take, do you tend to discuss it with your business
Mm.
partner, or
Yeah, I mean, we
do you
sit.
retreat and just think by yourself and then
There's a bit
come
of
to a decision?
both. I have my own way of digesting things. I talk to myself. It's funny because sometimes I'll be walking on the beach and I've had my headphones in and I'll just say something. And then somebody will look at me and be like, yeah, just press that. Or they're just, and I look like a crazy person. Everybody does what they do. But yeah, it takes me a little bit of time. I need to process it, talk to myself about it, talk to somebody else about it. I have a very good friend of mine. I have actually a few friends of mine that are my confidants. That we bounce things off each other. You start to see clearly, and then you're right. Okay, all right. So no, we should be doing this. We shouldn't be doing that. Let's go back to the drawing board. Or no, we're going to push ahead. It's just everybody has their own processing speed and
Yes.
time, and clarity. You need to be clear. I never make a decision when I'm emotional or tired or
That's
yeah.
why they say sleep on it.
Sleep on it, of course. And I walk a lot, and that walking really, really helps. So you see me every day walking on Kite Beach, up and down, and clarity. Whether I'm talking to somebody, half the time I'm walking with somebody, they're talking, I'm just thinking about my own things, and you'll see me counting on my hands. You'll see me talk to myself, and people look at me like, what's wrong with you? But again, I'm not the only one because I see other people do it walking. So I guess it's just one of these
For
things.
me, it has been very difficult being a solo founder. I have to say, I feel like my next venture, there's no way I'm going to start a business by myself. It has been so difficult, especially me. I don't have a business background. I
Yeah.
studied law. And there are so many people, listening right now that they might be sitting in their corporate jobs and thinking, gosh, I have this
I wish I was an
amazing
entrepreneur. I
idea.
tell them, guys,
I
come
have
here,
this
start my
amazing
own business.
idea
Oh my God.
and I want to start and I want to go for it, but there's just something holding them back. It could be a fear of failure, it could be the not having that check at the end of the month, or
Yeah.
frankly, even the feeling of I'm just not good enough for
Yeah.
this.
Imposter
S-
syndrome also. A
The
lot of people have
imposter
that
syndrome.
issue. I mean, look, if you don't come from a business background, I think universities need to start or even schools and universities, they need to start rejigging their curriculum, because it should be mandatory that people learn how to file their taxes, at least do economics 1 and 2, have some kind of business background. That should be built into the curriculum. Before you graduate, you need to do the following courses just so you can move on in life, the next stage, right? The next stage of your life. Because without somewhat of a business core, regardless if you want to be an employee or entrepreneur, you cannot finance, things, just things, these need to be rejigged into curriculum for sure.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And how realistic do you think it is for someone to turn an idea into a business and make a very comfortable living out of an
Okay.
experience through freedom?
If you have an idea and you believe the idea works and you've tested the market, the most important thing is to have financial backing, because I don't know how it is to operate in other countries, but in the UAE, it is challenging to operate on your own without strong financial backing. Yes, you will get the hurdle where you will need to raise money, et cetera, but that's the next day. But rent, things like that, employees, things you need to take into account before you just start any. I have 45 employees under the group. I mean, that's quite a few employees that have to take care of every single month. People get sick, insurance, people's parents pass away. You have to send them flights, give them gifts, whatever it is, just to help them out. And
You need to think it through. You can't just quit your
it's
full-time
not.
job
It's
and be like, "Hey, I'm just going to give this a go."
every day is an adventure. I tell you that every day. Just surprises. That's what comes. There's never like a day where there's no like somewhat of a surprise. Machines break down, for example.
You need to have a safety net.
You need to have a safety net, but as the company grows, your safety net needs to be bigger and bigger and bigger. So you also need to make sure that you are secured in the next rounds or the next phases, not rounds, the next phases of your growth. Whether you're going to do it internally, you're going to bring somebody on board. Maybe you have to give away a bit of the company, then you take on a loan, things like that you will have to do as you scale. But I mean, this is business,
And
so
that is where financial education, being part of the
very, very
curriculum,
important.
is very important.
Very, very important.
Because that is
P&L
something that
reports.
I struggled with. So when I started raising capital for Synergize, I was so lost. I've never studied,
How do
economics.
you raise money? Who do you talk to?
I was like,
Do I take a bank
what
loan?
do I do? And I just
Do I find a
started.
partner? Is my partner going to be good? How do you know? What do you give them? Is it a loan, a convertible loan? Is it a note? What is it? What do you? It's just, it is very, very confusing and
it's
tiring
yeah.
and
And
but
listen, if you have a good network of people, if your parents, for example, if they've done this before, if
yeah,
you're starting this with a co-founder that has done this
correct.
before, it's easier.
Yeah, at
But
least you have
imagine
it.
for someone like me, low degree, right? My parents never raised capital before.
Hmm.
I have never studied economics. I'm a female. We know how difficult it is for a female to raise capital.
Yeah.
Just imagine
Yeah, yeah.
how difficult it is. And I think that's what people forget about it. Entrepreneurship is not this beautiful, glamorous thing. It really is. It's not that.
No.
It's hard work. It's difficult. It's struggles. It's, you're compromising your sleep. It's stress. And especially us that we are, the face of these two companies that are based on health and wellness. But how is our health from all the stress of running these companies? It's tricky.
Very tricky. I think the only way you go around that is maintaining the integrity of your product or whatever you're selling, with no shortcuts. Then people know that at least your core values are never going to be compromised, and then therefore you can hopefully raise on that belief that you are continuously going to, for in my business as well, produce a high quality product without any shortcuts. And I believe that's what's got us here today.
I mean,
To our position
your
today.
juices now are even on Emirates. How did that
So-
happen? How did that opportunity come into fruition in the first place?
So it was a long conversation with Bustanica, which is Emirates is the world's largest vertical farm that Emirates owns. That's out by the new airport. So over many years of discussion, we have come with a partnership that we will use the produce of Bustanica, and mixed with our produce and cocktails that we come up with our own formulations. And as of last month, we started supplying Emirates on board first class. It's a co-branded product, Bustanica essentially in Emirates. And people have, so far the feedback's been fantastic. You always get people that say, oh, it's not, not sweet enough. Because, well, the problem is with sweet enough is that people are so used to drinking a sweetish juice that when you're giving them a high quality juice, they're like, oh, what is this? Well, but again, people like this brand, people like that brand, so you can't please everyone. I mean, I haven't told many people, so people say, oh yeah, did you try any juice on the plane? Yeah, there was this green juice, it was fantastic. Ah, very good. How did you? Yeah, it was great. Then another friend, he said, oh yeah, I didn't like that. But anyway, it is, not sweet enough, as they said. It wasn't sweet enough. So, but you can't. I mean, you can't please everybody.
You can't please everybody.
Yeah, but no, it's a huge milestone for the business. It's a dream come true. To be honest, I still can't believe we've done it. It was a lot of hard work between the two companies. Emirates Flight Catering was fantastic to us because as Emirates, they're positioning themselves as a wellness airline. So one of the first
that
ticks
is
was,
very interesting.
Yes. So one of the first things that they've done is just they've improved all the menu, whether it's alcohol or non-alcoholic, and they want to offer better quality beverages for onboard passengers. So that's why we all came together with Bustanica, and now
that is a huge milestone. Congratulations!
Yes, thank you so much. It's a dream. I still can't believe it's actually happened, but it's actually happened. Yeah, so yes, we're very proud of that.
Amazing. Well, now that we know a little bit about how you started this
Mhm.
amazing brand, I want to try some of your incredible juices.
Please, yes.
So I've already tried some of these before, but what I want to
You have,
do
yes.
is I want to try them real time because I
Okay.
want to take the listener with us in
Sure.
this, put them here in the room, and just, I'm going to try each one of these juices and just
What do you
see
got here?
and talk about
Beet
the
Aids,
health benefits and the
Easy
taste.
Green, and then Sacred Glow, which is our new collaboration with Sacred Glow Co. that provide ultra high quality.
So we have the Berry
Correct.
Boost, this is the Coconut Glow
Yes,
with
these are with the
collagen. So
collagen, exactly,
both
high
of these
quality
have collagen.
Yes.
Then this is the
Easy Green
Easy Green
and the Beet Aids.
and the Beet Aid.
Yes.
Perfect. So I'm gonna start with the Berry Boost.
I hope so.
Mm. Oh my god. Mm.
Yeah,
This is
very good.
this is so refreshing.
Yes, thank you.
And when I look at the ingredients, I mean, you guys very impressive. The amount of sugar that you've kept it very, very low. And I know there's no added sugar.
Nothing.
Everything it's natural sugar, correct? From the
correct.
ingredients
From the
itself.
ingredient itself, yes.
This is honestly a very, very strong antioxidant boost because you've chosen the mixed berries, the pitaya, and the goji berries. And those are, I mean, superfoods when it comes
Yes,
to
exactly.
antioxidants. And most people, I see it in my own practice, most people are not consuming enough antioxidants, and we are being exposed to so many free
Yes,
radicals
correct.
on a day-to-day basis, from the pollution, from things that we put on our skin, from stress, from medications. And so consuming antioxidants on a daily basis is so, so important. But collagen, I've never seen a juice with added collagen. It's amazing. And marine collagen,
Marine, yes.
listen, marine collagen is the one that I've always recommended to my patients. In my opinion, it's the best type of collagen whenever it comes to skin, hair, and nails. Honestly, it's amazing. I love it. Okay, so this one I have tried before, but I'm going to give it another go. And it's
I'm
one
not
of
gonna say
my
anything.
favorites. It's one of my favorites. Okay, let's have it. Let's see. Mm.
Coconut glow.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, it's so creamy.
Yeah,
It
it's delicious.
honestly, it tastes like almost like dessert. It's
That
unbelievable.
was the whole idea. And then
Like for me, when I look at this, I would use it probably pre-workout or post-workout. Just because a lot of people, for example, in the morning, they don't have time to make their breakfast and they go to the gym in a fasted state. And for women, that's one of the worst things that you can do. Imagine having this in the fridge, wake up, grab it, go to the
ready to
gym,
go.
easy.
And you get your collagen boost.
Exactly. And it doesn't feel heavy. You know, so it's light enough.
None
So
of
you,
our juices are like we designed them so that they're just easy to grab and go. That's the whole idea.
yeah, you don't get that heaviness, so it can work great as a pre-workout because it gives you that fuel.
Mhm.
But frankly, even as a post-workout as well, because I remember when I was looking at the ingredients. So first of all, you have the collagen for recovery, but then you have the healthy fats coming from cashew and coconut,
Yes.
which is amazing. So it works really, really well as a post-recovery. This is probably one of my favorites. I mean,
Thank you.
honestly, I love this one. And now
This
we're
was
gonna
our first venture into juices. Easy Green. No,
oh
as you grab
the
me, yeah.
Easy Green.
So we came out with Easy Green and Essential Green, and we said okay, let's make something a little bit lighter for people to obviously needs to be more palatable to everybody. And we came up with the Easy Green was our first Essential Green, Easy Green were the first juices that we came up
Let's
with.
give it a try. You know what I love about these juices?
Mm.
It tastes so natural.
Yes, thank you.
You can tell that there's nothing like if I did a juice if I use my juice machine at home right now, it would taste like this. Fresh.
Yeah.
It's so
it's the
fresh.
cold press method of juicing that just retains all the flavors and
I mean,
fibers and
listen, this is
nutrients
like the
and-
easiest way to get your greens
Yeah,
in. Are you
it's-
kidding
yeah.
me?
Well,
Like
people who actually with the green juice, there's a natural separation of juice, and that's a very good thing. That means it's actually quite high quality juice.
it's
So
like if you
get-
have to mix it, then you know.
yeah, exactly.
That is
But again,
natural.
there's something you have to educate people because they say, "Oh, why is it separating?" It's just that's another story that we have to deal with.
This is amazing. And when I look at the ingredients,
Yeah,
you know, the first thing that comes to mind,
spinach, cucumber, celery, apple, pineapple, lemon, and
apple,
ginger.
spinach, cucumber, celery, pineapple, lemon, ginger.
Yeah.
The first thing that comes to mind is alkalizing.
Yes.
This is a juice that you drink to alkalize your body.
Correct.
And people don't realize drinking coffee, stress, pollution, medications, all of that makes your body more acidic.
Mhm.
And when your body becomes more acidic, what happens? You get inflammation, you get brain fog, you get digestive issues, and frankly, even cancer. You know, we know that cancer cells, they thrive in an acidic
Yes,
environment.
that's true.
They truly thrive. And so when you look at a lot of the top oncology specialists, they focus on alkalizing the body because there's research that shows that cancer cells, they struggle to grow in an environment that is alkaline. So when I look at this, I see it as an everyday reset. You know, you have it in the morning,
Very good.
reset, alkaline, good to go. Have it before coffee.
Yeah.
It's the best
Very
thing,
good. We should,
you know?
Yeah, very good.
Okay, now the last one.
The last one, Beat 8. That's just
I'm going to pour it
goodness
in the glass.
in a bottle.
Because I don't want to,
Yeah, please, just it's red and you don't
just
want to.
in case.
so good.
It's so good. It's so good.
So
And
good.
it tastes so natural.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's truly amazing. Okay, so ingredients: beetroot, carrot, apple, lime, cucumber, and ginger. You know, I mentioned this to you the other day when I went to the factory.
Mm-hmm.
This is the kind of juice that I would drink before going out to the sun. You know, people ask me,
Yes, you said that. Yeah.
this one, yes, because people ask me, how do you keep on that tan? How do you maintain this
Mm-hmm.
tan? And I say, I go out to the sun. They're like, in Dubai, 40 degrees. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. I will do anything and everything
Mm-hmm.
to keep this tan. But I don't apply sunscreen because I don't want to put all of these cancer-causing
Mm-hmm.
chemicals on my skin, and I don't want to put any sort of tanning oils either.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll either put organic, natural, pure
Mm-hmm.
carrot seed oil, or better yet, I drink something like this before I go. And in Brazil, because us Brazilians, we are obsessed
You
with
are.
tanning, you know? And it's very common in Brazil for you to drink like a beetroot or carrot juice before you go to
Before
the
you go to the
sun.
sun. Wow.
Why? Number one, you will get a much darker tan and much quicker, so you don't have to be there in the sun for hours. But most importantly, because of the beta carotene that is found in carrots, beetroot, etc., it really helps protect your skin against any sort of damage that the sun can cause.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, this is like my pre-tanning juice,
All right,
honestly.
well, we can make that
Pre-tanning
available
juice.
for you. That's easy.
I
That's
love it.
easy.
Oh my god. You've done such
Thank you.
a brilliant job.
Thank you so
This
much.
is unbelievable. Thank you so much. Okay. So I want to ask you, because when I went to the factory, you were showing me around and I saw this huge machine
Mm.
that it looked like like a spaceship, and I was
Yes.
like, what is this? So can you talk a little bit about that, please?
Okay, so that is what you call a high pressure processing machine, or for short, HPP machine. So all our juices have an extended shelf life up to 28 days, no additives, no preservatives. What this machine actually does is help us extend the shelf life of anything with moisture. The bottle simply goes into the chamber. The chamber applies extreme cold pressure, in effect delaying the aging process and killing any pathogens that might be tagged along, and giving you an extended shelf life. We are capped by municipality at 28 days. The juices do last more than 28 days, longer than 28 days, but municipality caps you at 28 days. Otherwise, you move from the fresh section to the long shelf life section. You can even HPP foods, you can HPP hummuses, you can HPP soups, you can HPP oats. So not only do we use our machine for our products, but we also, during our downtime, we toll to third-party clients with their products. So it's really revolutionized everybody's.
It's unreal.
So you go from a 3-day shelf life product all of a sudden to 28-day shelf life product.
But how
No
does that
returns.
differentiate your juices with, for example, the standard juice there is standing on the shelf?
It would be a 3-day shelf life product.
Mm.
Now you have a 28-day shelf life product. First of all, it's a super clean product. It's an HPP product. No additives, no preservatives in there. So you know that, luckily,
We know
this
that it's
technology is
alive.
It's alive.
A
Correct.
lot of juices out there, they're pasteurized, which means that you're drinking something that is dead.
Hot pasteurized as well. So you're heating it up and then you're cooling it down. And then there's a sticker that says healthy juice or fresh or natural, and you're consuming it. This is mind-blowing. Like,
People
really mind-blowing.
have
People
no
don't know.
idea.
People don't
They
know.
don't know. And that's what I'm saying. They are trying their best.
Yes.
Drinking, they are trying to get healthier, but they don't know that what they're doing is they're just drinking pure sugar. There's no vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, enzymes, nothing. You're literally removing all of the natural goodness and all of the beautiful healing properties that all of these amazing juices have. You know, and what would you say for the person that comes to you and says, Raja, you know what? I don't believe in juices because you are removing all the fiber and you want to drink the pulp. What would you say to that person?
Well, do some reading first. The method of cold pressing allows us to retain all the nutrients and the vitamins that go in there, versus your natural juicer where you drop orange into a juicer, juice comes out. All the goodness is there, all the fiber is there. But the cold press method of juicing juices the fibers, juices to the point where if I put my hand in the bag, I can literally come out with dust. That's how much juice we're extracting from the fiber into a bag that comes into a bottle that we make these juices to. So again, it's a bit of education on how we manage that, but cold pressing is definitely the only way anyone should be consuming a juice. They tell you to eat your fruit and drink your vegetables. Well, now you were getting everything for you in one bottle, having to worry about that.
Yeah, and listen, what I would say to that is when you make chamomile tea,
Mhm.
do you open the tea bag and do you consume those herbs? No. Why? Because the magic is in the tea.
Correct.
Same
correct.
thing with the juices. You are extracting
You
this
need
huge
that
amount.
fiber to be pressed to get every single ounce of goodness out of that, and then
Exactly. And so you're drinking something that is such a concentrated amount of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and it's so easy. Your body readily absorbs it.
correct.
You don't have to break it down and most people don't have enough stomach acid and enzymes to break down the food, and so you could be eating the best organic meal in the world, but if you're
Sure.
not going to break that meal down, you're not going to absorb any of those
Agreed.
nutrients.
Agreed.
And this is why when people do like a juice cleanse, for example, which I know that you offer the juice
Yes,
cleanses,
yes.
which are amazing,
Thank you.
they see results. Why? Because it's all of the nutrients are readily absorbed into the bloodstream.
Correct. And you just you have enough nutrients and vitamins in your body to sustain. It's all psychological. The doing a 3, 5, 7 day cleanse is all psychological because your mind tells you that you need to chew on something. But you're definitely getting enough nutrients and vitamins to make sure that you are fine for the days that you are juicing. The one thing I don't appreciate, or I shouldn't say appreciate, is I don't want we don't position juice cleanses as a quick weight loss solution. People call us, yes, and they order cleanses for that purpose only, and we always try to. You can't. When somebody's set on something, you can't really change their mind. But we do not like to claim that this is just a quick weight loss solution, because I want everybody to drink a juice every day for their wellness, to better themselves. Doing a quick solution like this of yes, you will shed a few pounds, of course, that's without a doubt, but I don't want this to be your your quick fix.
Weight loss is a byproduct
Yes,
of health.
correct. Thank
right?
you. There you go.
The moment that you start to get your body healthier and your digestive issues go away, you're sleeping better, your skin is glowing, your nails are strong, your hair is glowing, you don't have that brain fog, you can focus at work, you have more energy, you have more patience, your sex drive goes up, everything. Weight loss is a byproduct of all of that.
Correct.
Right? And also because of the quality of the ingredients. Where do you source the ingredients
We
from?
source locally from certified farms. I mean, we not everything is grown in the UAE, of course, as we live in the desert, but we source from local distributors here in the UAE, the ultra high quality products. I like to use the phrase ultra high quality because that's what we go after. So from reputable farms, always certified grade, and then I wish I was able to visit some of these farms, but you'll see the produce that comes. I mean, when you visit,
I have seen it.
You have seen it. When the fruit comes in, I mean, they just look perfect, don't they? And the boxes, from the boxes, the packaging that comes in, that particular farm or distributor has taken the time to select the best quality product that you can.
Absolutely. And good quality soil, which is very important. Listen, in the fitness world, because I work with a lot of personal trainers, I have a lot of them as patients, and they just focus on macros, carbs, protein, fat,
Correct.
carbs, protein, fat. But they forget that if you get a celery stick that was conventionally grown with pesticides and bad quality soil and compare it with an organic, celery stick, the carbs, fats, and protein will be the same. But the vitamins, the minerals, and the antioxidants will be completely different. And that is what people don't understand. That's why it's critical that you buy your produce wisely.
Exactly. Educate yourself on where you're buying your whether it's meat, water, fruit, vegetable, whatever it is that you're consuming. Educate yourself on how to get better quality standard. And that's just easy. I mean, you're just going to do a bit of research on that. But and we've done it. I mean, from all our suppliers, as much as I would love to visit every farm that they're buying from, that's the next step. But we're happy where we are with our suppliers. Thankfully.
Well, listen, I really commend you because, it's one thing to start a business, but another thing to start a business, but at the same time, you're doing good to society. And in your case, you're bettering people's health, and there's a lot of value to that.
Thank you.
So just to wrap it up, we're going to do a little fire round. Okay.
No.
So I don't want you to overthink too much. So just say the first thing that comes to mind. Okay.
Yes.
Easy questions.
Shoot.
If you could only drink one of your juices for the rest of your life, which one would it be?
Beat 8. You've got that sitting there. Yeah, there you go.
The tanning juice.
Well, yeah, I guess we've got similar colors, so I guess it's working for us.
Amazing. What is the first thing that you do when you wake up? Do you drink coffee? Do you drink a juice? Do you drink water?
Water, espresso, feed the dogs, out. Pretty much it.
Okay, then I think you need to start switching it around.
Yeah.
Juice,
Juice,
water,
espresso.
coffee.
Okay. I need to add my, yeah. See, the thing is that I've been drinking juice for so long I just, yeah, it's just difficult to drink more juice because we're doing juice testing every day and tastings and it's just, yeah. So I guess I need to start drinking my own juice. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
You should.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, next one.
Yeah.
What is one thing about you that people would be very surprised to know?
I wake up at 4:45 every day.
Wow.
Pretty
What time
much.
do you go to sleep?
9:30 sleep.
Okay, that's pretty good. So your
Yeah.
diurnal rhythm is on point.
Yeah. I started that a few years ago. Why am I wasting my time on my phone or watching, excuse my language, bullshit on TV? So might as well just go to bed early and wake up as early as possible and just completely change my lifestyle. And the fact that I walk pretty much, I don't know, 15,000 steps, like whatever that equates.
15,000 steps, that's very impressive.
Yeah, but that's pretty easy. If you just go around your day, by the time I get home, I'm probably at 8,000 or 9,000 steps. And then you go out to a beach walk, you get another 10,000 steps in, probably doing 12 to 14 kilometers every day.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that really changed my lifestyle, really.
You know, I wish more people knew about, the importance of sleeping at the right time,
So
because
important.
I test a lot of people's cortisol levels, which is a stress hormone, and melatonin, which is that hormone that helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. It's an antioxidant as well.
Yes.
And because of the blue light and people scrolling down their phone and TV and going to sleep at midnight, and they feel like, oh, it doesn't matter what time I go to sleep as long as I sleep 7 hours. I'm sorry, no, because the most rejuvenating hours are between 10 and midnight. So if you're not asleep between 10 and midnight, you are cheating yourself out of these beautiful processes that can happen in your body that can truly rejuvenate you.
And I started noticing that if the later I was sleeping, my mind was already starting to tell me that I'm going to be up in a few hours, so that I wasn't getting the better sleep that I should be getting. So the closer I was getting to midnight, the more my mind was saying, oh, you're going to be up in a few hours, you're going to be up in a few hours. And you're constantly thinking, oh, I'm going to be up. But when you get to bed at 9:30, 10 and you're asleep, you get the best. By the time I'm up at 4:30, I'm superhuman. I feel fantastic.
Yeah, but it's tricky here in Dubai because people love to have dinner so late. So how do you handle that? Are you out now of all of that?
No, I don't go out much. No, I mean, yeah, of course, we go out and you have to manage things and try to get to the gym before 6 a.m. in the morning. But yeah, you just manage your lifestyle. Things change. I've been here forever, so tell me.
Priorities, right?
Priorities are my wellness and health is my number one priority. That's for sure.
Lovely. Okay, and last question is, when people think of you and your brand in 10 years from now, what do you want them to remember?
That we never cut corners.
Love that. Beautiful answer. Thank you so much, Raja, for coming. It was a pleasure. Had an amazing conversation.
This was
Thank
great.
you
We should
so
do
much.
it again. Very easy to talk to you. That's a good part. Thank you very much. Really. Thank you for having me. Yeah, thank you.